Good evening, everybody. We are back in the Stay In. It's been 2.5 long months, but we have finally been able to reopen the Stay In for another Friday evening quiz. Of course, we're only able to do this because the pubs are shut, but silver linings, hey? We're back in the Stay In. So, I've seen lots of familiar names popping up on the chat already. Tried to say hi to everyone who has commented. Thank you so much for coming and joining me on this Friday evening. Can you please let me know if you can hear me? In the 2.5 months that we've been away, they've actually updated all the software and I've had to play around with all the settings and I didn't have time to check if it was all working. So fingers crossed it is, but please let me know if you can hear me. So, I'm going to continue talking in the hope that you can hear me. So, here we go. Let's raise a glass to being back here for another quiz. What's everyone drinking tonight? I'm hoping that has all worked. So I'm back. I'm just talking at the computer now. I seem to have lost most people during that time, unfortunately. There you go. Yes, I've changed all those settings. It's looking fine on here and on my other screen still. So I'm not sure why it was happening over there. But if somebody can just talk to me at some point on the chat, and hopefully it is all working again. Yes. Okay. Oh, we've got a thumbs up from Simon. Whoa. All seems well. There you go. There we go. Thank goodness for that. Hey, I need a drink after that. Whew. I think I got to the point when I was explaining what was happening. And there you go. So, 4 rounds of questions tonight, if you're all still with me. I like to do it topical. Those of you who are regulars will know. So we've got a round on fireworks coming up for you, fireworks and bonfire night. We've got a round on US presidents after the break. And we've got a, by popular demand, one of my connections round is going to end off the evening. And then we've also got, to begin with, we're going to do an Around England round, purely because when I sent out the messages that I was back tonight, I got replies from all around England of people who had been joining in with us before. So that's what our rounds will be. I know that there are a few newbies with us tonight, so the idea is I'm going to ask you the questions, just write them down on a piece of paper, talk with whoever's around you, do a Zoom call with somebody, whatever you want, get your answers down, and then I'll go through the answers later on, and you can just interact me with the live chat down there, which if that live chat wasn't working, I wouldn't have known that I was nowhere on the screen for you. That's the idea. A few little ground rules, not rules, words of advice, really. The first one is that there isn't a winner as such, it's just for fun. However, I do always say the winner is whoever's had the most fun. So definitely not me after the technical issues. But let's see if we can get a better evening going, hey? And my second word of advice is that I cannot stop you using Google. However, you would only be cheating yourself if you did switch to Google. So, there you go. Those are the rules, our words of advice, I should say. So, let's get going. I've got a few questions from some people. It's Thursday in Somerset. So, I'm just going to soldier on with this and hope it works. All my lights here are flashing green, saying I've got a good stream. And it's on my other screen still, so there you go. Before it did just switch to orange when you all buffered, but we will see what happens. So, when you're ready, let's begin with the first round, which is the Around England round. So if you just give me a thumbs up or a ready comment in the live chat, and then we can start from there. Let me get my drink. Okay, gone all quiet again. Oh, a few messages coming through on my phone saying that you can all hear me fine now. So let's give it a go, shall we? There we go. Okay, messages coming through on the chat as well. Brilliant. Whew. So round one is the Around England round. So question one, in which county would you find Leeds Castle? In which county would you find Leeds Castle? Oh, lots of readies and things. Brilliant. Thank you for all these comments coming through. Let me know it's all working now. You probably noticed I've moved positions since the last day in, but I'm in the study now. Question 2. What is England's largest island? What is England's largest island? No Cradle of Filth questions, I'm afraid. Never know one week. Question 3. Which is the furthest south? Is it Southampton or Southend-on-Sea? Which is the furthest south? Southampton or Southend-on-Sea? Oh, I'm not sitting on the bed, I'm just stood up in front of the bookcases. Nope. No rock questions this week, I'm afraid. We had a whole Rockstar edition a few months ago, didn't we? That was fun. But not today. Question 4. Which range of hills is known as the backbone of England? Which range of hills is known as the backbone of England? Question 5. Where in England would you find the Bullring Shopping Centre? Where in England would you find the Bullring Shopping Centre? Malcolm, question 1 and 2. So question 1, in which county would you find Leeds Castle? And question 2, what is England's largest island? Oh no, I'm sorry if some of you are still buffering for some reason. We did months of these things, never had this issue, did we? It's all good in Bristol, thank you, Danny. Question 6. What is the last English county alphabetically? What is the last English county alphabetically? No problem, Malcolm. After that dramatic start, it seems like most of us are working fine. Glad to hear it. Question 7. Which seaside resort is located on the Fylde? So which seaside resort is located on the Fylde? Fylde. It's not a bad suggestion there, Colin. If you are having trouble buffering, you can always close down YouTube, boot it up again, and you might get a better connection. Okay, I'm glad it's working in Leicester. Question 8. In which city would you find Lime Street Station? In which city would you find Lime Street Station? Question 9. England's newest national park is 10 years old this year. Where is it? England's newest national park is 10 years old this year. Where is it? And the final question in this Around England round. How many lakes in the Lake District have the word lake in their name? How many lakes in the Lake District have the word lake in their name? Yes, England's newest national park definitely is in England, yes. Where in England is the question, though? Oh, we've got a pub in the front room there. Oh, brilliant. I like that idea. So I'll just give you a minute or two to finalise any answers in that round, and then we'll move on to round 2, which is our fireworks and bonfire night round. Don't know if anybody is playing the stay in drinking game tonight, where every time I drink, you drink. If you are, cheers. All that stress at the beginning, I've got through this drink quite quickly. There you go. It is responsibility though, so it's quite a low alcohol content, so I could get through a few of those. Fortunately, the other ones aren't as low. Anyway, enough of me rambling on about my beer there. Round 2 is called Fireworks and Bonfire Night. Seeing as yesterday was the 5th of November, Bonfire Night, Guy Fawkes Night, whatever you would like to call it. So I've got a round all about Bonfire Night and fireworks. I know I did a round on this actually in the Stag a few years ago. I've lost that round, so a few of these questions may be repeated. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I just didn't have that round for some reason. Either that or I'm making up that I did a round on it. We shall see anyway. So round 2, all about fireworks and bonfire night. And your first question in round 2, in which year did the gunpowder plot take place? In which year did the gunpowder plot take place? I was wondering what that message there was, Mum. Makes sense now I've seen your second one. Question 2. The gunpowder plot was an attempt to assassinate which monarch? The gunpowder plot was a plot to assassinate which monarch? Question 3. How old must you legally be to buy fireworks in the United Kingdom? How old must you legally be to buy fireworks in the United Kingdom? It's as if they're listening. Somebody's just let off some fireworks outside. Question 4. Here's one that I'm hoping my colleagues will get. Any of my colleagues, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining me. So here's one for you. Which children's author wrote the book The Firework Maker's Daughter? Which children's author wrote the book The Firework Maker's Daughter? Question 5. In which country was gunpowder first invented? In which country was gunpowder first invented? My dog's hiding, is he? Yeah, Rebel followed me around the other night when they were all going off and just curled up everywhere I went for a cuddle. So Classic FM last night played calming music just for dogs, apparently. That's a good quiz question at some point, isn't it? Question 6. What is the only property on a standard London Monopoly board that doesn't contain any of the letters in the word bonfire? So, what is the only property on a standard London Monopoly board that doesn't contain any of the letters from the word bonfire? Question 7. Which British composer composed the suite of music entitled Music for the Royal Fireworks? Which British composer composed the suite of music entitled Music for the Royal Fireworks? Just a few more questions and then we'll have a short break between rounds 2 and 3. Question 8. Which sweet treat are apples traditionally coated on for a bonfire night snack? Which sweet treat are apples traditionally coated in for a bonfire night snack? Question 9. Who had a 2010 hit with the song Firework? Who had a 2010 hit with the song Firework? Okay, and the final question in this round on fireworks and bonfire night. Other than bonfire night itself, what other night sees the most firework displays in the UK? Other than bonfire night itself, what other night sees the most firework displays in the UK? did ask India this question earlier, and she said the one before it. Seeing as this year, the day before Bonfire Night, had a lot of fireworks. Everyone having a party before lockdown. So, anyway, those are your first 2 rounds of the evening. We've had the Around England round, and we've had our fireworks round. We'll have a short break now for 5 to 10 minutes so that you can go and charge your glasses. Where is it? There it is. Go and charge your glasses, use any facilities in to stay in, and also have a little discussion with your team about any answers. What we'll do is we'll come back, like I said, in about 5 to 10 minutes, and I'll do the answers to the first 2 rounds, and then we'll continue with round 3, which is US presidents, and round 4, which is a connections round. During the interval, I'll flash up on the screen the picture round, although it's not pictures, it's anagrams this week. So you can have a go at those during this time as well. They are also available on the Scuizzes Facebook page. So facebook.com/Scuizzes, and it's Scuizzes with a C. Anyway, let's get up your anagrams. There you go. 10 anagrams of different firework names, and I shall speak to you again in about 10 minutes' time. See you later. Okay then, I am back. I'm just going to leave the anagrams up just for a few seconds, and then I'll put my ugly mug back on the screen for you. So I hope you've managed to fill up your glasses and use the facilities and are ready for the next part of the quiz. So here come the anagram's going to disappear, and here comes my ugly mug. There we go. So I'll put a message there. Just thank you so much for bearing with me during all those technical issues. Never had such a stressful quiz, but back on track hopefully. So thank you so much for bearing with me tonight. So what we'll do now is we'll go through the answers to round 1 and round 2, and then we'll progress and have the questions for round 3 and 4. And then another little break in case you need to fill up your glass again, and we'll go through the rest of the answers. So yes, I hope you're enjoying the quiz so far despite the issues. So let's go through some answers to the first few rounds. So here we go with the answers to round 1, which was the Around England round. Question 1. You would find Leeds Castle in Kent. Question 2. England's largest island is the Isle of Wight. Question 3. Southampton is further south than Southend-on-Sea, so Southampton is your answer. Question 4. The hills known as the backbone of England are the Pennines. Question 5. The Bullring Shopping Centre is in Birmingham. Question 6. The last English county alphabetically is Worcestershire. Question 7. The seaside resort, which is located on the Fylde, is Blackpool. Question 8. Lime Street Station is in Liverpool. Question 9. England's newest national park is South Downs. Question 10. How many lakes in the Lake District have the word lake in their name? 1 is the answer. And that is Lake Bassenthwaite is the only lake that has the word lake in it. So there you go. Oh, right, well, some correct answers. A guess of Kent and a guess of Birmingham. Well done, Bowl of Bosch. Oh, glad you're getting some right. There you go. Guesses are good. Round 2 is the fireworks and bonfire night round. So, question 1 in that round. The gunpowder plot took place in 1605. 1605. And question 2, the monarch who they were trying to assassinate was James I. Question 3, you have to be 18 years old to buy fireworks in the UK. Question 4, The Firework Maker's Daughter was written by Philip Pullman. Question 5, gunpowder was first invented in China. Question 6, the only property on a standard London Monopoly board which doesn't have any letters from the word bonfire is Pall Mall. Question 7, the composer who composed music for the Royal Fireworks is Handel. Question 8. An apple is traditionally coated in toffee. So a toffee apple there, bonfire night treat. Question 9. The singer who had the 2010 hit with Firework was Katy Perry. And question 10. Other than bonfire night itself, it is New Year's Eve, which sees the most it sees the most firework displays. So there you go. First 2 rounds done and dusted. If you'd like to let me know how you're getting on, just put it into the live chat there. We'll see how we are getting on with all those questions before we move on to rounds 3 and 4. So in the break, I have just filled up my glass with some more beer. So it's an interesting one, this. This one, it is Watercress Warrior. Where is it? There. Watercress Warrior. It's brewed with watercress in it as well. Interesting flavours in there, but really good. Thank you, Graham Larson, for that birthday beer. So we've got some good scores coming in. So we've got a 15, got an 8, a 13, an 18. Oh, Matt on 19. Well done. Smith family and Heather on 12. There you go. Good scores coming in. We've got 14 from Danny. 14 there for Kai. Well done. Oh, lots of good scores coming in. All quite similar scores. So well done. And 17 for Chris and the Illuminati. So I think it's time that we move on to the next round. So the news this week has been dominated by the US election and COVID, of course. Yeah, we were laughing earlier. The BBC News website, it still has the numbers up, which haven't changed for about 24 hours on the election. But they're still up there. They're the most important thing at the moment on the BBC News website. So, anyway, because of all this coverage, I thought I would do a round on US presidents. So there are 10 questions here relating to presidents of the United States of America. So let's crack on with round 3. And question 1, who was the first president of the United States of America? Who was the first president of the United States of America? Oh, Maddo's not so scared anymore. He's come out for a treat. Question 2. What links the presidential names Adams, Harrison, Johnson, Roosevelt, and Bush? So what links the presidential names Adams, Harrison, Johnson, Roosevelt, and Bush? All those names have something in common. Question 3. Where in South Dakota could you find the faces of 4 American presidents carved into rock? Where in South Dakota could you find the faces of 4 American presidents carved into rock? The names of the presidents from question 2. Adams, Harrison, Johnson, Roosevelt, and Bush. Question 4 up to. The teddy bear is named after which US president? The teddy bear is named after which US president? Question 5. Who is the oldest living former President of the United States? So who is the oldest living former President of the United States? Enjoying this watercress beer, it's slipping down very nicely. Question 6. Who is the only president to have served more than 2 terms of office? Who is the only president to have served more than 2 terms of office? Question 7. Who is the only president not to have been born on mainland United States of America? So who is the only president not to have been born on the mainland of the United States of America? Yorkshire is not the last county alphabetically, because Yorkshire is actually 3 counties. So you've got, they've all got like South Yorkshire, East Yorkshire, and so on and so forth. Yorkshire itself, beginning with a Y, is not a county. I did have a feeling somebody might say that, because I had it written down here. Sorry, Sean. Oh, even Mum fell for that one. And you've been there plenty of times, Mum. Question 8. In which US city was John F. Kennedy assassinated? In which city was John F. Kennedy assassinated? Question 9. At 70 years of age, who is the oldest man to take the office of President of the United States? At 70 years of age, who is the oldest man to take the office of the President of the United States? So this isn't including anyone who's had 2 terms. On their first term, when they first got elected, who is the oldest president? Right. Ooh, that is a good question. I think you might be correct there, Boulder Bush. But I will double check that when we go to our next break after we've done rounds 3 and 4. Yeah, something for me to check. Let me write that down. There you go. I like it when people ask me questions like that because I get to research something and learn something. And the final question in our US president's round. Which president was at the centre of the Watergate scandal? Which president was at the centre of the Watergate scandal? So there we go, it's the end of that round. Again, I'll just give you a moment or two to finalise any answers that you have there. I'm going to take a quick drink. I'll just mention, so I've had a few messages today about it saying, are we doing donations for anything? I always say with the quizzes, I'm not asking you to make a donation, but if you would like to make a donation to a charity of your choice, then please feel free to do so. Just to say that you've had a bit of fun with this Scuiz. Although next week is Children in Need, so yeah, next week if you want to make a donation to Children in Need in lieu of the quiz, please do feel free. You know, if you went out to a pub quiz, you'd be paying maybe £2 a person. So there you go, you can use that as a guide. And if you throw in your drinks as well, there you go. Up to you, but I don't ask anybody to specifically make a donation because I know we're all in different situations at the moment. So there you go. No pressure to do so, it's all about having a bit of fun. Oh, we got some answers here. Oh, there you go. You've answered it yourself. That's saved me a bit of research there. I'm going to read through all of that later. Some dude named Bruce in there. Well, when I used to do the quizzes in the local pub here, we did £2 a head, but some of the takings went to charity. Right, let's move on to round 4, which is a connections round. I had so many requests for this when I was doing these every week back during the first lockdown, and I had a few requests this week. So you have 9 questions, and then the 10th question is, what is the connection between all of the first 9 answers? So we've done it before, haven't we, where all of the first 9 answers were chocolate bars. I did a bonus round where all of the answers were to do with planets and space. So 9 questions, and your 10th one is, what is the connection between them? So question 1. What word can mean a place of worship or the side of your head behind your ears? Sorry, behind your eyes. Sorry. What word can mean a place of worship or the side of your head behind your eyes? Danny, if you want to donate to a chosen charity, I'd have a decide on a charity that you would like, and then find out how you donate there. For next week, I will post details of how to donate to Children in Need, because I haven't got them to hand at the moment. But yeah, it'll be all over the place next week, Children in Need. I've got to wear yellow for school. Question 2. Primula is the genus for which family of herbaceous flowering plants? So Primula is the genus for which family of herbaceous flowering plants? for me. Question on the oldest president, please. So that was at 70 years of age. Who is the oldest man to take the office of President of the United States of America? And then I clarified some. It's when they were first elected. So on their very first inauguration, they were 70 years old. Question 3 in our connections round. Which fast food franchise opened its first UK restaurant in Woolwich in October 1974? Which fast food franchise opened its first UK restaurant in Woolwich in October 1974? Question 4. In which garden were Adam and Eve seduced by a serpent into eating the forbidden fruit? In which garden were Adam and Eve seduced by a serpent into eating the forbidden fruit? Question 5. Which rank of the British Army is higher than a captain but lower than a lieutenant colonel? Which rank of the British Army is higher than a captain but lower than a lieutenant colonel? Question 6. In which month does the Whitsun bank holiday fall? In which month does the Whitsun bank holiday fall? Phone's going off like mad. And I know it's one of you sending me messages. You know who you are. Can I repeat the rank question, please? Of course I can. It's the rank question. Question 5. Which rank of the British Army is higher than a captain but lower than a lieutenant colonel? So higher than a captain but lower than a lieutenant colonel. question 7. What is the name given to the outer protective layer of a fruit, such as a banana or an orange, which can be easily removed? What is the name given to the outer protective layer of a fruit, such as a banana or an orange, which can be easily removed? I'm buffering for Danny apparently. Where the screen? It's all looking alright for me at the moment. Fingers crossed you come back, Danny. Oh, I'm back. There you go. Question 8. What is the name given to a craftsman who installs and mends straw roofs? What is the name given to a craftsman who installs and mends straw roofs? Hopefully some of these are leading you to the connection. There are some obscure ones in there and some more obvious ones. And question 9. What is the name given to a tract of open and uncultivated land which is often overgrown with evergreen shrubs such as heather? So what is the name given to a tract of open and uncultivated land which is often overgrown with evergreen shrubs such as heather? And you know that question 10 is, what is the connection between your first 9 answers? What is the connection between your first 9 answers? Okay, so we are running a little bit later than normal because of those issues. Right, we've got some repeats coming. Questions 2 and 3. Question 2. Primula is the genus for which family of herbaceous flowering plants? And question 3. Which fast food franchise opened its first UK restaurant in Woolwich in October 1974? So there you go. That is the end of the questions for this evening. For those of you who haven't done this with me before, what we'll do is we'll have a very quick break, just for 2 or 3 minutes, for you to sort out any answers that you've got. I thought you might struggle with that one, Colin. So sort out any answers that you've got. I'll flash the anagrams up on the screen again, and then when I come back we'll do the answers to the anagrams first, and then rounds 3 and 4, and then we'll tot up some scores, and then I have got a tiebreaker if you would like to have a guess at that. So I'll be back in 2 to 3 minutes if you want to go and fill up your glasses or anything. So I will speak to you again soon. Okay, I am back. I've had a quick fill up of my glass. And I'm ready to go through the answers. If you could just somebody let me know that you are ready for the answers, and that you're all back in your seats ready, that would be great. If you just put a comment in the live chat, and then we can go through the answers to we'll do the anagrams first, and then rounds 3 and 4. I'm hoping there are no errors in the anagrams. I always had a habit of getting that wrong in the stag, didn't I, Team Pebbles? And I have to run around going, please change this letter. But anyway, it looks like we are ready. So, here come the answers to your firework anagrams. Here we go. So number 1, Romance Land is a Roman candle. 2, Fiercer Rack is a firecracker. 3, Lark Reps is a sparkler. 4, Fat Union is a fountain. 5, Junk Camp Jig is jumping jack. Question 6, Nice Wealth Here is Catherine Wheel. 7, Munch at Rhymes, chrysanthemum. 8, Better to Lock, bottle rocket. 9, Fry Life, firefly. And 10, Drove as a Line is a silver dragon. So those are your answers for the anagrams round. How did you get on with those anagrams, I wonder? I always struggle with anagrams myself. And here's my ugly mug, back again. So all we've got left to do now is go through some answers to rounds 3 and 4, and then just finish off, see how we've all got on this evening. So I'll do the answers to round 3, the US President's round. So question 1, the first President of the United States of America was George Washington. Question 2, the link between these presidential names, so the names were Adams, Harrison, Johnson, Roosevelt and Bush. There have been 2 presidents with each of those names. Question 3, where in South Dakota could you find the faces of 4 presidents carved into rock? It's Mount Rushmore. Question 4, the teddy bear is named after Theodore Roosevelt. Question 5, the oldest living former president is Jimmy Carter. Question 6, the only president to have served more than 2 years of office is FDR, Franklin Roosevelt. Question 7, the only president not to have been born on mainland United States is Barack Obama, who was born on Hawaii. Question 8, JFK was assassinated in Dallas. The oldest man to take office of the President of the United States was Donald Trump, who is probably going to lose that record to Biden. Depends how he gets on in court, doesn't it? And question 10, the president at the centre of Watergate scandal was Nixon. And then round 4 was the connections round. So the first 9 questions, and then the 10th one is the connection between them. So question 1, the word that can mean a place of worship and the side of your head behind your eyes is temple. Question 2, Primula is the genus for the primrose family. Question 3, the fast food franchise that opened its first UK restaurant in 1974 was McDonald's. Question 4, Adam and Eve were in the Garden of Eden. Question 5, the rank of the British Army, which is higher than a captain but lower than a lieutenant colonel, is major. Question 6. Whitsun bank holiday takes place in May. Question 7. The outer protective layer of a fruit, which can be easily removed, is a peel. Question 8. It is a thatcher who installs and mends straw roofs. And question 9. The tract of open, uncultivated land, often covered in shrubs such as heather, is a heath. So you've got Temple, Primrose, MacDonald's, Eden, Major, May, Peel, Thatcher and Heath. And the link between them for question 10 is they were all UK Prime Ministers. For question 10, all UK Prime Ministers. So that finishes us off for the evening. If you total up your scores, if you'd like to share them, again, pop them in the live chat down there. Let's see what your scores are like. 50 points on offer this evening. It's a pleasure, Colin. Thank you for joining us again. And while you're just totaling up and finding out your scores, can I just say, as I always do, we're here because the pubs are closed, which is very unfortunate when they just got open again. However, lots of them are offering things like takeaway food and what have you. So if you want to still support your local pubs, see what they're offering you, and you know, you may be able to get a meal from them. Some are doing takeaway drinks and things because the rules changed and what have you. But yeah, have a look at what they're doing. I've had some wonderful things from them over the last few months. Right, here comes some scores. Oh my goodness, they're flying in. Right, where are we? We've got 41s, we've got 40s, 38s, 42 there, 48 for Colin. Bollavosh, 10 and 7. Is that just for those 2 rounds? Olminati on 43 there. These are flying in, these scores today. My goodness. I think the delay that I used to have of about a minute has been cut down. So we've got Malcolm's on a 35. The other Malcolm's on a 41. 42 there for the Trevine 4. Danny's on a 41. Some great scores coming in. Thank you very much. Matt and Lisa with Gordon, Mary and Christine have ended on 45. It's a draw with the Morgans. I was going to ask Danny who had won out of you and the Morgans. A bit of a bitter rivalry there, isn't it? But I have a tiebreaker because I've seen a few 48s, a few 45s, and we know that Danny and the Morgans are equal as well. So, the tiebreaker question, if you'd like to have a go. What is the top speed of a firework rocket? So what is the top speed of a firework rocket? So if you'd like to have a go, we're going to do it in miles per hour. So the top speed of a firework rocket. Let's see how we are doing on that. Once again, thank you all for joining me. I will be back next week, 8 o'clock as normal. We'll do another 4 rounds and a picture round, and I'll post details of how you might be able to donate to Children in Need if that is where you would like to donate, or even if you would even like to donate. There's no pressure to. Can I repeat round 3 answers? Oh my goodness. Right, I can repeat round 3 answers when I find my bit of paper assignment. Okay, round 3 answers just for you, Simon. Here we go. Question 1, George Washington. Question 2, there were 2 presidents who had each of those surnames. Question 3, Mount Rushmore. Question 4, Theodore Roosevelt. 5, Jimmy Carter. 6, F.D. Roosevelt. 7, Barack Obama. 8, Dallas. 9, Donald Trump. And 10, Richard Nixon. I hope you got all of those there, Simon. Oh, testing me out there. It's been a night of testing me out, hasn't it? Well, I can see some tie-break answers coming in. Colin's on 140. Mum's on 48. Chris and the Illuminati are on 230 miles an hour. I don't know if any more are coming through. Oh, Matt, Lisa, and everyone else are on 200. Well, the answer is the top speed of a firework rocket is approximately 150 miles per hour. So congratulations, Colin, only 10 miles an hour out there. Well done. Sorry it's taken a little bit longer than normal tonight because of all those issues at the start, but I hope you have had fun here at the Stay In. The Stay In will still be open next Friday, as I've just said, so I hope that you will be able to join me. It is a pleasure to quiz you all on a Friday night, and I have actually, despite the problems, enjoyed coming back. So I hope you all have a absolutely lovely weekend and a great week, and then I will hopefully speak to you all next Friday without the technical issues. Good night.